Hey there, this is Jim Donovan. Thanks for tuning in. I'm so glad that you're here. Today we're going to talk about how air drumming can help prevent Alzheimer's. Before we get started, I'd like to invite you to take advantage of a free resource I made for you. It's called the SoundHealth newsletter. In it, I share the latest research in music and health. Plus, you'll learn music and wellness exercises that you can use every day to feel your best. You'll also get discounts and first access to all of my products and events. Remember, it's completely free. Just come visit me at donovanhealth.com to get started today. That's donovanhealth.com. Today, we're going to talk about how air drumming can help prevent Alzheimer's. I know that sounds crazy, right? Now, did you know that about 40% of people age 65 or older have some sort of age-associated memory impairment? That's about 16 million people. But there are simple things you can do in just 3 minutes every day to help retain memory and build a better brain. Now, let me back up a little bit. As a teenager, I spent hours and hours in my room air drumming to my album collection, mostly rock and roll like Led Zeppelin and AC/DC and Rush. My parents couldn't afford to buy me a drum set, so I borrowed a pair of drumsticks from my high school band room. And most days after school, I'd head straight to my room, put my headphones on, and close my eyes, imagining the drum set in front of me. And I'd spent hours hitting them, quote unquote, as hard as I could. What I was really hitting, though, was the air. Little did I know, all that air drumming was doing wonders for my brain. In a 2018 study published in the Annals of New York Academy of Sciences, shows that people who learn a musical instrument or another language actually have better memories and more efficient brain function than those who don't. The study was comprised of 41 participants, a mix of musicians, non-musicians, and bilingual people between the ages of 19 and 35. Researchers had the participants perform tasks that used their working memory. Working memory refers to how we process, use, and remember information on a daily basis, kind of like a mental sticky note. Brain scans found study subjects who were musical or bilingual activated different brain networks and showed less intense brain activity during the tasks. In other words, it took much less time and effort to process information than people who only spoke one language or didn't play an instrument. The study's lead author, Dr. Claude Alain, concluded, these findings show that musicians and bilinguals require less effort to perform the same task, which could also protect them against cognitive decline and delay the onset of dementia. Now, the good news is that you can get these brain-preserving benefits for yourself without having to take music lessons or learn a new language. All it takes is a little rhythm. So I've put together a quick rhythm exercise that you can try right now with me, one that's designed to stimulate the areas of the brain that follow patterns, an innate ability that both strengthens our mental agility and prevents cognitive decline. It might be a little challenging, but that's the point. It's designed to get your brain working in a different way. And that's what will give you the brain-boosting benefits. So it's perfectly okay if you miss a beat or two or three. Just keep trying and have fun. Now, what you're going to hear is about 3 minutes of a steady drum beat. And as you listen, I want you to follow these steps. First, listen for the lowest pitch sound, my bass drum, and tap your right foot on the floor along with the sound each time it occurs. Number 2, I want you to listen for the highest pitch sound, my hi-hat cymbals, and tap your right hand on your lap along with the sound each time it occurs. Now I'd like you to listen for the other drum sound. That's called my snare drum. And tap your left hand on your lap along with that sound each time it occurs. Now, if you want to try something a little more complex, see if we can do steps 1 and 2 at the same time. So listen for the low-pitched bass drum sound, get your foot tapping with it, and then listen for the highest sound, my hi-hat, and try to move your right hand with it. And now let's see if you can do steps 2 and 3 together. So listen for the highest pitch sound, the hi-hat, and tap along with your right hand, while on your left hand, see if you can hit when the snare drum hits. Remember, it's okay if you make mistakes. Another variation, let's see if you can do step 1 and 3 together. So listen for the bass drum and get your right foot going with it. And then listen for the snare drum with your left hand and see if you can go along with it. Keep it going. And then lastly, let's see if we can do all the steps at the same time. Listen for the bass drum, and let's get your foot tapping. And then listen for the hi-hat and see if you can play right along with that with your right hand. Keep that right foot going too if you can. And then if you're able, let's see if we can get that snare drum with your left hand. See if you can play all 3 at the same time. And really, keep trying. If it doesn't work the first few times, don't give up. And if you need to, just simplify again until you can do it with ease. When you do this, you are actually creating brand new neural pathways. Neural pathways happen and are created with repetition. So the more you do it, the better it is for your brain. Now, if you found that this exercise was challenging for you, that's a good thing. It means that your brain has never experienced this kind of activity before. And that means it's an opportunity for you to build some new brain connections. Now remember, the more you do it, the more efficient and sharper your brain becomes. That's it for today's show. Thanks again for spending time with me. Remember to join us on our social media channels. You can search Jim Donovan Sound Health on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Now, before you go, I'd like to let you know about a free resource I made for you. It's called the Sound Health newsletter. In it, I share the latest research in music and health in an easy-to-understand form. I also share beginner-friendly music and wellness exercises that you can use every day to feel your best. When you sign up, you also get discounts and first access to all of my Sound Health products and events. Remember, it's completely free. If you'd like it, just visit donovanhealth.com and enter your name and email address, and I'll start sending you new issues right away. While you're on the website, you can also read full transcripts of this show and check out a ton of other valuable resources. If you have any feedback, send me an email to feedback@donovanhealth.com. All the information presented on this show is for educational purposes only and should not be considered medical advice. Lastly, come and visit me on our Sound Health Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube channels. I'd love to see you there. The Sound Health podcast is produced by OmniVista Health Learning and Donovan Health Solutions. For Sound Health, this is Jim Donovan. See you next time. Take care.